Man, I wonder if I should do another season of Front Porch of America. I don't know if the world can take it. Wait, what's this?
Dear Mick Fury, after watching Front Porch of America, I thought you might be interested in what I thought about regarding your music videos. Thanks, Carl Carls. Generation Greed. I dig the chorus, but this song is way too fucking serious, man. What happened to Sunday Funday? Now it's Monday stock market crash and I can't afford hot dogs at Walmart. Lighten up, Francis. Why don't you wear some lighter colors? I don't know, Mick. I'm partly colorblind, but you're trying to be like Johnny Cash right now. Also, you can leave the text out. It's not a Ford F-150 commercial, broski. I feel like Dennis Leary's gonna come on the screen. One Headlight. You need to listen to the real Bob Dylan, not this fucking hack who wrote this awful song 35 years ago. This is more literal than the Piano Man video or the Hell in the Bucket video. Both horrible videos. I thought you didn't stay at hotels. Last time I talked to you, you were changing in Costco parking lots. So super confused on that one. Why are you meeting at a cemetery? Who meets at a cemetery? That's awful. Also, I'm pretty sure it's private property where you have to make some kind of appointment to even show up there.
He's right. I have to do Front Porch of America.
You should get that other headlight fixed, by the way. That's like a $145 fix-it ticket, and it's just plain dangerous on the road.
Welcome back to the Front Porch of America. We're back on the road trying to figure out what the heck's going on in America right now. We're looking today at how growing up in the West or the North, Detroit or Miami affects the way that you look at the world. Different regions tend to attract different types of people. For instance, Nashville tends to attract morons. Whoa, that's a zing, buddy. Pew! We're the same person. No, we're not.
John is from outside of Boston and has lived in Los Angeles for 20 years. He's a songwriter and guitar player, as well as a very successful commercial actor.
Our contribution is film and television and entertainment. I live in a city where people come here to make their dreams come true. Most of them, it's a nightmare, like myself. To me, this city's always been a city that is uplifting and always has building going on, and there's something, people are reinventing themselves.
Detroit is a black city,
right?
But at the same time, it's a city that's gone through so much that that presence that once was has now kind of changed and shifted. Much more liberal, kind of how you would see like a city like Chicago, where you can have both sides, but the liberal does still have kind of a stronger impact. Detroit would have been similar, but now, these days, I feel like it's kind of more closer on the conservative side.
This is East Harlem. It's also known as El Barrio or Spanish Harlem. It's a mix. There's people who've lived there their whole lives. There's housing projects. You can see them in the background over here. Like these are all housing projects, so those are subsidized housing. Okay. But then the rest of the people, it's probably young professionals.
It was one of those things where you talk about there was an unrest that existed. I think this was one of the places where it was more outspoken because Detroit got hit the hardest. Even though things are changing in other places, nothing's happening in Detroit.
My two girlfriends and I were just looking for the coolest place in America to live.
Okay.
We didn't have a destination spot. Most things in the West are pretty, liberal, pretty laid back.
That's all I've wanted. I've wanted to be around people that are trying to create something. So you can talk about all you want, then you take out your iPhone that was, developed in San Francisco, and then you watch your Netflix show that might have come from Los Angeles.
In the rural areas of Denver, I mean, there's a huge shortage of healthcare, like health clinics and hospitals and stuff like that, as well as food. So when you're talking to someone who lives out in the rural areas and you're saying take personal responsibility, it's to a point that's possible, but then you get to a point where it's not.
The Make America Great Again thing that people would laugh at in other parts, I saw hats here.
I think we are fortunate. We live in Denver where there's a lot of open space and safe places to exercise, and we have nice weather. It's a little bit easier to tell somebody to go out and exercise here than it is in the inner city of Chicago.
What's funny is that when people come to LA, they go, oh, they're just like normal, regular people. LA gets a bad rap. LA is one of the few cities where people that don't live here tell me what it's like.
Right.
You know what I mean? They tell me what it's like. I've lived here for almost 20 years, and you're telling me what this city's like.
This place is different than the Detroit that I thought I knew before I moved here.
California is the leader of so many things. But I do feel there's an absolute disconnect. And I feel like Los Angeles is probably the center of it. Yes. But I feel like if people just came here and saw all these little small businesses that are popping up and all these cool ideas.
Right, like the Verb that we went to.
That place right there, it was just like, it's just regular people that are trying to have, just trying to make a good cup of coffee.
Mutual funds, bonds, stocks. Who really knows in this confusing world where to turn? I know where I turn. Right over here to Sir Davos for the investment advice I need.
Jon Snow, King in the North.
So knowledgeable.
Sir Davos Financial, because 7 hells, winter is coming.
It's easy to be in one region of this country and have no concerns or cares for someone in another region. It's very simple to say that all city folks are pretentious and elitist, and all small town folks are rednecky and uneducated. I'm here to tell you that some of that is true, but for the most part it isn't. If you talk to people and get to know them, you tend to find they're a lot more than the labels we put on them. You might think that all hippies are up in San Francisco, but I happen to know one down here in Nashville that has a very special place in my life. That's what this next song, She Shines, is about. Check it out.
She wears flowers in her hair, swears she'll never grow old. She's the original brown-eyed girl, yeah, humble with a hippie soul. She wishes it was Woodstock, 1969. She sells crafts out the back of a VW bus. She was born at the wrong time. She's a wide-eyed, wild ride. Shows me the world in a brand new light. When she shines, she's a child of the sun. I'm lit up by the love that I can't get enough of.
Join us on our next episode, where we visit a weed farm and we talk to folks about the importance of doing your research and the value of debating folks who don't agree with you.
Mick, it is your Uncle Lipper. Listen up.
She lets a freak flag fly from Burlington to Berkeley, yeah. She only sees the sunny side. When she shines, she's a child of the sun. I'm lit up by a love that I can't get enough of. She's the one.
Front Porch of America Project.
Front Porch of America Project.
The Front Porch of America Project.
Front Porch of America Project.
It's the Front Porch of America Project.
Front Porch of America Project.